In this video, we shall be talking on text formatting. And some of the tags that we are going to use will be quickly pasted and I will explain them. Text formatting simply means adding special meaning to the content you wrote in your studio or in your text editor. Adding special meaning to the content you wrote in your text editor without adding class or any style. The tag are just an environment that determine how the content, whatever you wrote inside them, how are they going to look like when you run them on your browser. Let's say happy viewing. Alright, so let me quickly enlarge my screen so that it can be easily. So this is the text formatting HTML element. Just like I do say that whenever you want to write a topic on your browser, make sure you use H tag. It's not compulsory H1, you can use H2, H3, but H1 is the main. That is very important and also good for us. So among the tag that we are going to use, which I call element, you can remember from the beginning of our video, I told you that tag simply means, it also means element. So we have pre-tag here, we have address tag here, we also have BDO that implies Directional Overwrite, we also have I tag, and we also have quote. But I'll explain them. So let me quickly run them on my browser so that we can see all of them. Wow. See, as you can see, each of them has a special characteristic that we will fully explain in this tutorial. Pre help us to adjust whatever we wrote in our HTML text editor to be just the way it is written there. Just the way it is written. Majority of the programmers use this. Maybe if you want to write poem, you can use this. It has to list without you adding anything to it. The way you wrote it is the way it's going to appear. So that is pre-text, pre-element for you. Whatever you want to write and want it to be just the way it is in that pre-tag, just write it there and it will appear just the way you wrote it. So that is that on that. And in our previous tutorial, I told you that BR simply means break tag. Break tags help us to add another line, to give us a line. When you write a break tag, it gives you a particular line, it gives a space between one tag and another. That is the work of BR, and I chose to here. That is the reason why you can see the space here. So that is the importance of you using break tag. In our upcoming topic, which is a CSS, we call this a line height. So that is that. We also have address. Address can also be used just like we use the pre-tag. But the difference between the address and the pre-tag is that why the two of them appear the same in our text editor, we still need to add elements of break tag in each line for address to look like pre-tag. I repeat, you still need to add break tag to each content you wrote in address tag for it to look in an adjusted way, just like you wrote in pre-tag. Now, okay, let me show you what I mean by what I said. You can see the BR tag here. You can see all of them here. If I remove it, you will see that it will not appear the way it should appear. It will not appear the way. Okay, let me run it and let's see. Now you can see we are using that break tag to make sure to adjust the text the way it should be. Otherwise understood. So that is that. But in terms of anything you wrote inside it, it appeared the way you wrote it in your text editor. Is also part of them. So don't forget that I said this is break tag. And we also have another one here that we call BDO tag. BDO tag simply means bi-directional override. What does this imply? These are the tags that help us to change the direction of whatever we wrote, or the text we wrote. In between them, we can use it to change the direction. As we all know that we wrote from left to right, but once you write it inside BDO tag, you can determine which direction do you want it to be. To start from right, and from here now you can say RTL. RTL simply means right to left. Right to left implies that we start from right and others will follow this way, not this way again. It will not appear on the browser. For me, giving it this command, using these attributes to give it this command, the tag and the appearance will start from here, and you will see they are using it for sometimes they use it for brain tracing or to code whatever you wrote, or the message you want to send to someone. Maybe you don't want the person to the person you are sending to know exactly what you wrote there. You can also use it to write it. It's just a way of coding whatever you said, so that not everyone will know exactly what you mean. So that is it here. You can see that we lead, other follow, and this is it here too. So those people who are not that versed with it will not know exactly what they wrote. We lead, others follow. So that is that. So that is the work of a BDO tag. It helps to change the direction of the text we wrote in it. So that is that. We also have another one that we call high tag. High tag simply means italics. Once any text you write inside it will be affected, will be slant, and also look italics. So that is how, as you can see here now you can see, when you take a look at it, you see the appearance that it's a bit bent. So that is the work of italic, you writing inside it, an I tag, or sometimes they call it italic tag. The last but not least here is Q tag. Q tag simply means quote tag. Quote tag, just like we have it in the English language. When I quote you, that implies that I'm saying exactly what you said in a direct way, not in an indirect way. So the same thing. Any text you wrote inside Q tag will be given an inverted comma automatically. So we have lots of them. So I think in this tutorial, this is where I'm going to stop. In the next video, happy viewing.